Hi, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, leaders and coaches. Welcome to Recharge English version. Thank you very much for joining in from different parts of the country as well as from other parts of the world. So please come to the chat and introduce yourself. Who are you and where are you connecting right now? I believe you can hear me, all of you. So just go to the chat and just introduce yourself, name, and thank you very much, Shamira. Thank you very much, Jafar Ali. Thank you, Shahzad. Thank you very much for joining in. And thank you, Anish. Thank you very much. Right. Shiny, thank you very much. Shahul Hamid, thank you very much. Abu Bakr Siddiq, thank you very much. Right. Great, Shiny, thank you. Thanks a lot, because I didn't switch on the camera. That's why I don't know how many of you are there. So let me just switch on the camera and let me just get out of my presentation. Yes, thank you very much for joining in. So what is it that you would like to share today? As you know that we don't waste our time because time is precious. 7:30 is 7:30 and 9 o'clock is 9 o'clock. So let's start from now itself. If you have any questions, queries with regards to leadership, with regards to your personal development, personal growth, self-mastery and so forth, please feel free to ask me any questions. And if it's something related to your business, and if it's not in very much into a niche where it would take a lot of time, then definitely I'll be more than happy to address all your questions. So let's shoot and let's go. Go ahead, please. Anyone can start. No formality here. Go ahead. I know that most of the cases, what happens at 9 o'clock, I can see everyone rushing in. So don't do that. If you have any questions, this is the best time because now it's just speaking up. So just go ahead now and you can ask me any questions. If there's no question, then we'll be looking at each other. Anyone? If you have any questions, any queries with regards to leadership, personal development, personal mastery, and so forth, just ask, shoot me any question. And today it would be in English for sure. And day after tomorrow, definitely it's going to be in Malayalam. So if you have any questions, good evening.
I will start. Okay.
Sensei,
I want to know more about growth mindset.
Okay.
How can we apply growth mindset while preparing for an exam? Because I noticed one thing that you said about the bless. We have to bless when people make achievements. So I got that. That's a great point. And what are the things we have to set as a growth mindset while preparing for a competitive exam?
Very good. Thank you very much. Anish, when you talk about growth mindset and when you talk about fixed mindset, in other words, it's also called as poor mindset and rich mindset. It applies to everyone. Okay, it applies to everyone. And the growth mindset is not going to be always growth for everyone. I'll tell you why. For example, if you take a scenario, let's take the examination part. The person, let's say it's me, okay? And when it comes to the examination part, maybe my mindset is not seeing the picture. At that time, my complete focus would be, will I get through this examination? Will I get through? Will I pass? How was the exam? How will be the examination? So forth. So automatically, if I keep on thinking about it, we need to understand that that's no more growth mindset. It's all about the fixed mindset. Now, I might be a business person, okay? Now in my business, maybe I'm very successful. I know where to take my business. So if you take a person, you can't take a person and say that he is complete 100% of a growth mindset person or he is completely of a fixed mindset person, because it changes based on the scenario and the situation. Mm-hmm. Okay, for example, if I would, as I mentioned, that if I were to be an entrepreneur or a business owner or a business leader, and I know how to do my business, I might be very good at that. Now, I know some people here, some leaders here who are very good at business. They are multi-millionaires, I know. At the same time, they have not completed their pre-degree or what you call as 12th grade. You're with me? Okay. Now they are very good at leading their organization. They are very good at leading their team members. They are very good at taking the business to international levels and so forth. They are very, very good at that. However, when it comes to their other area, which is their study area, which is academic area, they're not good at that. You're with me? So therefore, in that particular area, they doubt how would be the examination, who would be my teacher, who would be the one to come for the as an examiner and so forth. Would the question be easy and so forth? So we need to understand that we can't we can't judge everyone with the same blanket, or we can't see everyone with the same what you call a binocular or a magnifying glass, because each and every individual is different based on the situation they are in. Okay, so I might be, when it comes to training, when it comes to learning, when it comes to presentation, I have got this growth mindset. And when it comes to thoughts, I have got this growth mindset. But then there are a lot of areas in my life which I'm not. Okay, so therefore.
There you have fixed mindset, right?
Exactly correct. There are fixed mindset, a lot of areas. I mean, a lot of areas of my mind is fixed mindset. So I won't be able to grow in that because I don't believe. Or I don't have the confidence in that particular area. You got me? I'll give you one more example. Maybe you're very good in your organization. You're an expert and you're an expertise in a particular area, let's say finance, or it could be IT and so forth. You're very good at that. And you know how to manage the department. You're leading the department. However, if there was a chance for you to speak or to conduct a meeting, a board meeting where the CEO is also coming in, now you have a doubt in yourself. You got it. In that particular scenario where you are asked to do a meeting or call for a meeting the next day where the senior executive would be there, now you started doubting yourself. It's not about the quality that you have, but the quality of the presentation that you're going to do in front of other people.
Yes.
Okay. So therefore, you might not be having the same mentality. Okay, so we can't label someone that he is positive or he has got the positive mindset or he has got the growth mindset. We can't label that. Based on the situation, it would change. Now, going back to your question, because you said that with regards to the examination, am I right? Examination, yes. The person must be able to see where he wants to reach, where he wants to reach, not about the writing of the examination. It's nothing to do with the writing of the examination, but the question is where he or she wants to reach after getting the results. After getting, if he or she is writing an examination to get a particular job or a position, then he should be able to visualize that. And beyond, excuse me, beyond that, that's when the growth mindset starts working. Not about the examination, not about then. It's not about writing the examination. It's not about passing the examination. It's not about getting the first class or first rank or A+ or whatever it is. It's about he or she has to see a bigger picture. A bigger picture means it is beyond what she is doing or he is doing right now. That is called the growth mindset. If you take Tesla, or if you take Richard Branson's, they are seeing big things. Am I right? They're not just seeing an aircraft. They're not seeing just a car with runs in electronical car. That's not what they're looking for. They're seeing about the space, taking people to the space, which we can't think at all. So in that particular perspective, they have got the growth mindset. So you have to visualize yourself beyond what you're doing. That's when the growth mindset works. That's your question. So it's not only about the examination, it's beyond the examination.
Yes, that's clear. So the growth setting, did you connect that growth setting with growth mindset? So would you get that?
Growth setting is where you take that and visualize that, put that into a picture format. Okay, just like there are different programs which is called where you use a vision board. Many of you might have done vision board. So vision board is what vision board is exactly what I mentioned right now. You have to see beyond. For example, if I want to have a business, or let's say I want to have a plane of my own, an aircraft of my own. So my vision board will be having a picture of maybe a 747 or a 737 or a Airbus 380 or 330, whatever plane that I want. It should be there on the vision board. That means it's not there in my hand, but I'm seeing something beyond my reach. Am I right? You agree? So that's exactly what happens with growth mindset. That's exactly because you're seeing beyond. Now, what you mean by growth setting is different. Growth setting is beyond your goals. beyond your goals. You're seeing something beyond your goal. What is that I have to do once I achieve this goal? Now, growth setting is something that breaks you down into perspective. I'll make it much more simple. Now, I mentioned that if you're writing an examination, you are seeing the picture, what is going to happen after you write the examination of the job and so forth. Am I right? Similarly, when it comes to growth setting, it's not the examination. Your goal is your examination. Your goal is your examination, but when you set your goal setting is you're setting your goal, your examination becomes a goal. However, when you say growth setting, you're asking yourself, what happens after I complete my exam? That's where people fail. People can achieve their goals. People can either achieve their goals by themselves, or they can achieve a goal with their friends, or maybe with the help of a coach or a mentor or a teacher, trainer. They can achieve their goal. But the question is, what should they do after they achieve their goal? That is the biggest challenge. And that's where the country or the world is facing the biggest challenge, because you can see a lot of successful people, after they have achieved success, they go down, deep down. Okay, so the growth setting is about asking question. Okay, imagine that I have reached on the pinnacle. Imagine that I have reached on this top level. What next? Because the most powerful question that each and every leader, each and every individual who's sitting and listening to me and watching this, they have to ask one question: what next? What next is one powerful question that will take you to the next level. If you don't ask the question, what next? And if you don't have an answer to the question, what next? That means you are either stagnant or you're moving backward. Now in life, can you be stagnant? Can you be stationary? The answer is no. In life, you can never be stationary. Why? Because the world is moving forward. Everything is moving forward in such a speed. Everything is moving forward, whether it is technology, whether it is tool, whether it is your knowledge, your cognitive strength, everything is moving very much forward. Am I right? So you can't stand in one place and say that I'm still. No. When you're standing somewhere, mentally, physically, spiritually, emotionally, financially, you're moving backward. You're with me? So therefore, one of the questions that you need to ask, what next? What next? What next? You ask this question in the morning, and I'll tell you, you'll get a different perspective and you'll start growing every single day. If you have the answer to that one single question, what next? What next? And what next? I hope I answered your question. That's exactly the question that you should be asking once you achieve your goal. What next? And that'll take you to their growth.
Yes, thank you so much, Sensei. It's very clear.
Next, please.
The growth mindset by practicing, am I right, Sensei?
A growth mindset is to visualize bigger. You have to visualize bigger. If you just keep yourself to the limiting beliefs, then you will never grow. Okay, so you have to see the bigger picture. People fail because they don't see big picture. And most of the successful people, if I take even Donald Trump, I'm not interested in politics or his personal life. However, he said that whether you're thinking small or you're thinking big, you're thinking. So why don't you think big? Is that right? And that makes sense. Because whether you're thinking small or you're thinking big, anyway you're thinking. So why don't you think big? Now, sometimes those big things that you're thinking about may be awkward and something you might feel that it is not going to work. That's where the limiting belief is coming in. You have to believe, you have to see and you have to believe. And that's where some of you might be into law of attraction. You not only you have to see, but you have to also believe that you're going to achieve that. That's when you will achieve. Otherwise, you will start doubting yourself. Once you start doubting yourself, it becomes very hard for you to achieve what you want to achieve. And this is exactly what Napoleon Hill said. If you can conceive and if you can believe, you can achieve, in his book, which is Think and Grow Rich. So you have to see and you have to believe in that. Did I answer your question, Jafar Ali?
Thank you, sir.
Okay, next question, please.
Hi, Sensei.
Yes, please. Yes, go ahead, Rashid.
I have something with regards to specialization and finding the niche.
Okay.
Okay. Because regarding, I just recently went through a statement by Robert Kiyosaki.
Okay.
It's about, see, you don't need to be more specialized in any area, any domain. Better you be more generalist. So is there a difference between finding your niche and being a specialist? Because he says that the more you specialized, the more you become trapped. What can we think about it?
Okay.
Is that true, or is there any other different thought for that?
Okay, I can give a very good example. Should you be generic or should you be very specific with a particular niche? For sure, I would say that you have to be very particular in a particular niche. For sure. Now, let me take Robert Kiyosaki itself. I do respect him, okay? I do respect him. I do respect the way he writes and everything. However, if you look at this one, just to answer your question, let me take him as an example. Now, whatever book he writes, whatever article he talks talks only about investment and money. He does not talk about anything else. Do you agree with that?
Yeah.
So that means he's not talking about every generic thing. He's talking about one specific thing because he is master in that particular area. And people would pick up his book, whether it is about Rich Dad, Poor Dad, or whether it is cash flow or whatever book you're going to pick up. You pick up because you know that that gentleman writes book with regards to money, money matters, and how you can grow your money. Am I right?
Yes.
So I'm going to throw the question back to you. Is he specialized or is he generic?
He's specialized.
That's exactly because if there are 100 people in an airport getting into the same bookstore in one of the airports, and if I were to be a person who wants to learn about money, and I would be looking for going to that particular section where it says fiction, non-fiction, and then I'll go to non-fiction, then I'll look for people, finance or money part, and then if I see Robert Kiyosaki, I'll take his book because I know that he writes about finance and money. I won't pick up any other book because I know that this book would definitely talk about money because he is specialized in that particular area or that particular niche. Is that right?
Yeah.
Now he might be expert in investment because he is into real estate business and all those things. So he will be talking about finance and development for sure, but he would be, maybe he is touching on different areas within that particular capsule. Is that fine? That's absolutely fine. But however, if you look in generic, he's a master of masters when it comes to money. And definitely, I would say that he's also working on the niche rather than the generic part. Yeah.
Yeah. That means his statement and his specialization, that there's a contradiction, right?
I wouldn't say that because he might be seeing that from a different angle, which I may not be, I'm not seeing or I'm not able to see it right now. He might be seeing from a different perspective. However, from my perspective, if I take 10 people, let me just give an example. If I take Les Brown, let me take Robert Kiyosaki, if I take Tim Ferriss, if I take Tony Robbins, and if I take people like Brian Tracy and all those people, and all of them have got a book written, okay, and their cover page is hidden, the title is hidden, and they say that if I want to buy a book, I will just go and point out Robert Kiyosaki and say he will be having the best book which talks about money. Why? Because he's a person who is specialized in that particular area. That doesn't mean that others are not specialized. Others are also specialized. Okay, if you take Jack and Field, or all the others are also specialized. But if I want to take very specific about money, I would definitely go to Robert Kiyosaki because he thinks from a money perspective. Les Brown could be thinking from a motivational perspective, though he's also into leadership. If I look at Tony Robbins, he would be looking at the world from a personal development perspective and all those things. So each and every person has got their own strengths. So, and they focus on that particular strength. So I would definitely say you have to go to the niche. Your market would be less, but that would be the high end paying market, because you also have to think about the market, your brackets. What is your income bracket? What is your client? Okay, what type of clients are you going to target? So that's very, very important. Did I answer your question?
Yes, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Sensei Shiny here.
Hi, Shani. Tell me, what's your question?
Sensei, what's the difference between this blueprint and mastery? Can't we use both the terms together?
Blueprint and mastery is two different things. The reason why blueprint is the basic. Okay, mastery is a higher level. So for example, I can say that I am coming up with a program which is called Professional Speaking and Presentation Blueprint. And I can say the next level is Professional Speaking and Presentation Mastery. You don't say professional speaking, blueprint and mastery. You don't use that two words because these are two different levels. It's just like saying level 1 and level 2.
Okay.
Okay, so there's nothing wrong in it, but you don't merge both together. You keep them standalone. That's fine. So you can call it blueprint. You can call it mastery. Mastery is always bigger than the blueprint.
Okay. Thank you, Sensei.
My pleasure. Next, please. Go ahead, anyone. Don't wait till 9 o'clock. Just
Hello, Sensei. Hello.
Yes,
I'm
Afia.
Afia. Yeah,
Afia, where are you calling from, Afia?
I'm from my home.
No, but where is your home?
Sorry, I'm from Kottakkal.
Cortical, okay. Yes, tell me.
My question is little bit big. So we know our all plans may not be happen at the same time. So it is very necessary to have a backup plans. So what are the things to be focused when we are making our backup plans, like the time, the resources, and the aptitude towards our new things? Can you explain it?
Yeah, thank you very much, Afia. Thank you very much for talking from your home. Right, Afia, the most important thing before planning, before the resources that you mentioned, the most important thing that you need to ask is what is important, not the plan. It's not about planning. It's not about planning. It's not about the resources, nothing. That all comes later on. That all comes later on, because sometimes, for example, I'll give you an example so you can understand that. Some people have got a passion to something. For example, I'm good at craft. For example, I'm good at craft. I might be liking that craft, but that doesn't mean that people are going to like that craft. You got me? So always, whenever we come up, if I want to come up into a business, the most important thing is to know what is the need in the marketplace. And based on that, the next step is to produce the product or service. Is that correct? There is a sequence that you have to follow. Similarly, when it comes to this one, the question that you asked, there's a sequence. The sequence is not about planning.
Yes.
If you say I want to plan something, that's absolutely incorrect. That's not what you have to do. Yeah, and then comes the resources, looking for the resources. That's again, that comes after that. Okay,
Yes,
that
yes.
comes after that. So the very first question that you need to ask is what are the things that you want to achieve? If it's something to achieve, if there are 5 or 6 or 10 things that you want to achieve, write it down, list them out.
Yes, yes.
After listing down, then you have to give a scaling of that. Scaling, for example, could you tell me what are the 3 things that you would like to do or achieve, if you don't mind?
Yeah, yesterday we have a talk now, and I explained that.
Yesterday, which you were there in some program?
20.
Yeah, go ahead, please. Yes.
CTC.
Okay. Sorry, I forget names. Okay, I forget faces and all. Sorry. Okay, you were there yesterday. Okay, so let me just brief you. If you've got 4 things, okay, let's say that you've got. Thank you very much, Shamira. I forgot names, okay, because there are a lot of people we interact. Okay, so let's say that. Okay, so let's imagine that you have got 4 dreams or 4 things to achieve. Okay.
Yes.
So you take the first thing and ask and give it a point. Okay, scale of 0 to 10. Give it a number. Take the second thing, give it a number. Give it a third thing and give it a number, and take the fourth thing and give it a number. Now you look at the one which has got the highest number, which is closer to 10. Okay. And then you ask yours, because now you gave it a 10 because you feel that is more important for you, and that is more urgent for you, and that is something which is more passionate that you want to, or something that you want to achieve. So that's the first identification. Without doing that, you should not be doing any planning. Otherwise, what's going to happen? You'll be planning 10 things. I have seen, Afia, I have seen people, they plan a lot of things. They plan a lot of things and they don't take even one single step.
Yeah.
They won't take even a single step. The reason why they don't take the first step, because they didn't identify what is the most important thing they want to achieve, whether in their professional life, career, or the business, or their personal life.
Okay.
It's not about the planning. It's not about drawing those mind map or drop downs, nothing. That's not what you have to do. The very first thing is to identify what's important for you. When I say important for you, it's not only important, it has to be important in 2 ways. Important for you and important for the people.
Yes.
It's not only important for you. If you just say that important for you, sometimes that may not work in the marketplace. You're with me? Sometimes it may not work, whether it is a job, career, whatever it is. You might be interested in that, you might be passionate about it. However, if there is no demand for that particular thing that you're doing, or that particular product or service that you want to produce, or that particular project that you want to work, and if it does not have a demand in the marketplace, then nobody's going to buy it. Am I right? So when you look at the planning part, or sorry, when you look when you look at the decision part itself, you have to ask yourself, is this something which is connected to my heart? Is it something which has got a passion and a purpose? Two things: passion and a purpose. A purpose is always connected with other people. Purpose is not connected with you. Passion is connected with you. Purpose is connected with the world, with the other people, anyone.
Right.
Okay. So if this both congruence together, that's how you put the number 1 to 10. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4. If you got 4 or 5 things to achieve, you put a number based on your passion and your purpose, and then only then the third P comes in, and the third P is called planning. So the first one is passion and the purpose. The third is planning, and for planning you need the fourth P, which is called patience. Are you with me?
Yeah, okay. It's a very new idea. Thank you, sir.
Okay, so these are the 4 things that you have to look. All the other things, okay, whether you call it a resource, all things comes after that. So the first thing that you need to have, you need to ask passion. I believe, how many of you got it? I want everyone to go and type 4P, please. First, you have to identify what is your passion. Is that connected with the purpose? If it is connected with the purpose, then you go for the third one, you plan it. And number 4, plan. And the fourth one, you need to have patience. If you don't have patience, then you'll stop again and you'll go back to 0.
Okay.
Are you with me? Only then you'll take
sir.
steps. Only then you'll take steps. Otherwise, you will never take steps.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
You're most welcome. Next, please. Next, please. Anyone, please shoot up. Okay, you got 1 hour and 4 minutes more. Go ahead. Don't waste your time. Use it the best. Optimize your time. Go ahead. Anyone can ask me any questions. I'm here to help you. I'm here to add value. So go ahead and ask me any questions.
Hi, Sensei.
Hello. Who
It's me,
is this?
Arshad here. Arshad here.
Arshad, yes, Arshad.
Okay, so what is meant by becoming an international trainer or a coach? What does it mean, the term international actually mean? And what do you call, is it important to be certified to become an international trainer or coach, etc.?
Good question. Number 1. Can you see anywhere that I use the word international?
No.
I don't use it.
Yes.
I don't use it. The reason why I don't use it, because there are different, because I don't buy it. Okay, you have to buy in something. I don't buy in which says international trainer, international coach. No, because if a person goes outside the country and conducts one training program, he can come and claim that he has done international session for sure, because he has crossed the boundary of India. Am I right? So anyone, let's say that you are working, Arshad, where are you calling from right now?
I'm from Kannur.
You're calling from Kannur. Let's say that you're working in Dubai. Okay, you're working in Dubai and you did a training for your company. You're not a trainer, but you did a training for your company. Are you an international trainer now?
No.
You automatically become international trainer. You're not a trainer, but you conducted a training outside the country. You're automatically international, because international by its own sense, I'll explain that, by its own sense, doing something outside the country where you are right now. Am I right? So people come and claim to be international trainers and coaches, even if they might be having audience who are only speaking the local language. For example, you speak Malayalam and you are doing a session there in Dubai for the Malayalis there, or the Malayali community there. Automatically you become international. I don't believe in that.
Okay. That's why I asked you. I saw some speakers and all. They're using the term international.
I don't use that. I never use that, because when somebody puts my name international trainer, I ask them to remove the international. I have done that many times, because I don't buy in it. Now, what I mean for to be a global representative or a global teacher or a trainer, you should be going to an audience where you do not know them and they are coming from different cultural background and different countries. That's what actually makes you a global leader or a global trainer or global coach, whatever it is. not a community. It's not about one single community speaking the same single language. That does not make you, because it's just like speaking to a community of people in Kannur. Am I right? Since you're coming from Kannur, which is a district in Kerala, it's just like speaking to a group of people in Kerala, because you're speaking the same language to the people of the same origin. Is that correct?
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. So the word international does not make any sense to me. Okay. Maybe different people have got different opinion, and I respect that. Number two, do you need a certification to become a speaker or a coach? I have a dream. I have a dream. Who said that? Who can answer the question? I have a dream. Who said that?
Martin Luther.
Martin Luther
Martin
King.
Luther King.
Now, does he have a certificate as a speaker? You tell me.
Yeah.
Does he have a certificate saying that I'm an international, worldwide, global speaker? No.
Yeah.
You don't require a certification. Let me tell you, we provide certification, but you don't need my certification. You don't need anybody's certification. You have to produce results. Whether you're an entrepreneur, whether you're a speaker, whether you're a coach, whether you're a principal, whether you're a teacher, whether you're a doctor, whether you're an engineer, whoever you are, your certificate has no value. Arshad, did you get me? Your certificate has no value. I have my certificates. I don't even take it. My certificates are inside my cupboard. All my certificates. Why? Because my certificate is not me. If you are your certificate, then you will never grow. Once again, repeat, if you are your certificate, you will never grow, because you will say that I hold this certificate, therefore I will not do this, 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 and this, because now your certificate becomes your bottleneck. I want everyone to go and type bottleneck. Your certificate should never become your bottleneck. There are people who I see people saying that, well, I want to do this, I want to do this thing, but I have got diploma and certification and other things. How can I do this when I got diploma in this? Understand, your diploma is now standing as a bottleneck. It's not allowing you to grow. So your certification is just an entry to an organization, entry to a career. That's it. It's not making you an expert. A certificate does not make you an expert. Even if you get a certificate from your medical college, you do your MBBS for 5 years or 6 years, you get a certificate. It does not prove that you are a qualified, what you call doctor, until otherwise you do a lot of surgery, you do a lot of practice, and you do that. Am I right? So it's not about the certification. Certification is only giving you a chance to get into a hospital to work as a doctor.
Right.
That's a professional certification. But as a teacher, sorry, as a coach or as a speaker, you don't require a certification. If you want to become a speaker yourself, then you don't require that. You might require a certification if you want to work in some other organization as a coach. Then they may ask you for ICF certification, which stands for International Coaching Federation certification, and that's not important because my teachers are ICF certificate holders, but they all have left ICF and they are with organizations like John C. Maxwell and so forth. So going back, let me repeat: international, no value. Number two, no certificate required. Don't make your certificate your bottleneck, and be like a kite, be light and fly. That's the thing that I would say. Don't take baggages and don't carry luggages with you that is stopping you. And your luggage and your baggage are the garbage like certificate. The certificate is nothing but a garbage that's holding you back. Did I answer that? So don't make your certificate your garbage. Throw the certificate, keep it aside, and be a free person to learn something from people who do not have certificate.
Definitely. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Next question, please.
Good evening, Sensei. Shahzad here from
Hey, Shahzad, how are you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Good, thank you very much. Not flying today?
Very rare now these days because the COVID situations, very less flights.
Where did you fly for the last time?
Last I did to Riyadh and Delhi. From Kannur, Riyadh, Delhi.
Great. Did you fly over, did you fly over my house? Your first itinerary was over my house, I believe.
The last time I did like over many countries, like I crossed Dubai, US, and sorry, not US, UAE, and then Iran, then Pakistan, and then India.
Okay, that's called
I
freedom.
saw-
That's called freedom number 1. That is overflying a country without landing in the country. When you overfly, there are 7 freedoms of air when you fly a plane. So this is the first freedom when you overfly a country. Good, excellent, beautiful.
And
Yes.
first time I saw the India-Pakistan border from the sky.
Really, I've been there. Which I went for training. I had a training in what's that called? Amritsar. So from Amritsar, I went and I saw that border where you do that marching and all those things. That was beautiful.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
It's really beautiful.
Yes.
So now my question, I think you have given the answer for the same question many times, but I just need a repetition on that.
Yeah.
What is the difference between a trainer, a coach, an instructor, and a teacher?
Oh, this is a question I get every single day. I don't know why. I think that somebody else has to answer this question. However, since you asked me, I'll just give you. A trainer is a person who needs to have the knowledge for whatever he's teaching. A trainer. A coach need not. A coach just needs the best of the best questions. Okay, he does not have to have the answer, but he need to have the quality questions to ask. Because when you ask quality questions, that's when you get quality answers. Am I right? So if I'm asking you a quality question, definitely you'll be giving me the quality answer. You will not beat around the bush. But if you're attending a training program, now people are attending your training program, how to fly and all those things. Am I right? They're learning under you. Now there, you should be a trainer. Is that correct?
Yes, Sensei.
Yeah, because you have to teach about the aerodynamics and all those things. Am I right? That how to fly, the regulations and all those things, because you have to teach. You can't ask them, tell me how you can fly. You can't do that because coaching does not work, because training is where the trainer must have the knowledge about whatever he's teaching or training. Okay. A mentor is someone who has already achieved that. A mentor is someone who has already achieved. And for example, let's say that you get older and older and you retire from your flying career, and now you're settled down. And now there are young pilots or people who are aspiring to become pilots. They come to you for your advice, and you take them step by step. Do this exam, do this exam, do this exam, and do this and that. Now what you're doing, you're mentoring them. A mentor should also have the knowledge, and he should be the one who has already covered that stage. Okay. A coach no. For example, now if somebody is coming to me and saying that I want to climb the Himalayas, okay, I can coach him. I don't have to be the one person to be on top of the Himalayas. I don't have to be. Let me take an example. Nambiar, the coach of PT Usha, has never won a medal in the Olympics. Is that right?
Very much true.
Okay, so a coach. So in other words, a coach is someone who pushes his coachee to an extent where they become dynamic. Okay, now if I talk about facilitator, a facilitator is someone who does not have the answer like a coach. However, he would be able to ask questions to people and get that interacted. Now, a very good example would be, there is a Malayalam, TV, a presenter, I don't know his name, some Nair, I think his name is some Nair, and he asks questions here and there. What's his name? Anyone who could help me? Exactly. Yes, that is called facilitation. Facilitation is that he does not need to have the answer. He can ask questions and prolong them to get the answer. Did you get that? So that is a technique. And to be a trainer, you should also be a facilitator. You should also be a facilitator. Once you're facilitating, that makes the session very interactive. Training by itself is boring. How many of you agree? Training by itself is boring. Lecturing by itself is boring. But at the same time, if you bring the elements of interactive sessions, which is called facilitation, that's when you bring energy in the session. So what we spoke about right now is training, facilitation, coaching, and training. Is that okay? Now there is consultation. That's entirely different. Consultation is an expert who will come and work on your business. Then there's another one is a therapist. Therapist was also going to work on you, but they are working on a different angle. So there are different areas. So whenever you have to know, Shahzad, is that what you can become a trainer, you can become a facilitator, you can become a coach, you can become a mentor. Each time you are into that particular zone, you should be wearing that hat, and you should be remembering that now I'm a coach, not a facilitator. Now I'm a trainer, I'm not a coach. Now I'm a mentor, I'm not that. So that should be there. You must be very much mindful of what you're doing at that particular moment. That's important. Did I answer your question?
Thank you so much, Sensei. So now I can tell I'm a trainer, I'm a mentor, and I'm a facilitator. I'm not a coach.
A coach is someone should be asking questions. Yes, you are. All the three things, yes, you are. To coach, coaching is absolutely different, where you're very specific and asking questions, asking questions and no giving answers.
That understood. Now my question is, then where we use our designation, that means like I'm having destination like aviation edupreneur. Where can I use that now?
An edupreneur is someone who teaches about aviation. You said, what is it once again? Could you repeat that once again?
Aviation edupreneur.
Okay. Now here there are three things. Number one, aviation. You define the industry that you are in. That is, you are in aviation. Excuse me. You didn't say shipping. You said aviation. That means that is related to airline or anything as such. So aviation is very, very clear. That the industry is not clear. Now education. That is the word edu comes from education. That means you are teaching. Am I right? And then it talks about you. It's not talking about others. It's talking about you. It says that you are a businessman who conducts training program on aviation. You got me? You are a business owner. You are a business leader who conducts training or educate people on aviation. You got it? I just broke it down. That's the meaning, or that's the definition of your title or your designation. So you need to ask yourself, is that the best one? Should I be known as an edupreneur or an edu expert, or should I be known as what? You need to ask yourself. So once again, you are a business owner who conducts education, and the industry is aviation.
Aviation.
Yes.
So I'm doing it right now. So
Okay.
one more question. You said consultant. The word consultant stand only for like the person who developed the business or give an idea on developing the business. Is it like that?
Okay, consultant can be split into two. Okay, consultant can be split into two. So let me take the first one. Okay, the first one is a doctor is a consultant. You got me?
True.
A doctor is a consultant. He can call that he is a consultant. That's fine. Now, from the business perspective, the word consultant meaning is someone who comes and works on your business. A strategist, for example, he comes and works on your business, not on you. Now, for example, I'm not a consultant. I'm not a consultant. Now I'll define why, because this is how I define myself. I don't work on your business. If you're running a business, I don't work on your business. Rather than that, I work on you so that you can grow a profitable and scalable business without you. You got the meaning? I don't work on your business, but I work on you. You are the leader. If I were to say that I'm going to work on your business, that means I'm a consultant. You got the difference now? Okay. That means I'm an expert in running a business, managing the business, HR, finance, and all those things. I have a checklist for each and every department. I'll be looking all those things. Then I'll say, no, this is the strategy that you have to use in your finance department. This is a strategy that you have to use in your team building and so forth. That is a strategist, or that is a consultant. I don't do that. I don't work on the business because that's not my passion. I work on the leader who has to develop his business. That's why I'm a coach.
I got it. I got an answer for that. Thank you so much, Sensei.
My pleasure. Thank you very much. Thanks a lot. Let's go to the next caller, please.
Hi, Sensei.
Hello. Yes, we have got 47 minutes more. Yes, Mujib, go ahead, please.
Yeah. What are the basic quality of an entrepreneur? How can I improve?
See, basic qualities, if you ask me there are different qualities they require, okay? Now, let me just define this. One is called a business owner, okay? Business owner is someone who is running a business. Is that correct? A business owner is someone who is running a business. Now, you are a business owner because you have been running business in Saudi Arabia for the last 25 or 26 years. How many years now?
Yeah, 27.
27 years. So you are a business owner. Now, the question is that people could be a business owner, but they're not business leaders. These are two things. Business owner is different and business leader is someone else. A business owner, a business owner is someone who's just running a business. He does not know the ABC of business. He's just running it. The business might be in a loss, still he's running it because he just wants to have the cash flow coming in. He's not looking at the margin and so forth. Whereas a business leader is someone who brings innovation. You got it? He has to bring innovation into his business. So therefore, if you ask me what is one thing that you need as an entrepreneur, number one, you should be having the intelligence. You should be having the intelligence to know what is the market and develop yourself based on the market so that you can disrupt. You can disrupt before you are getting disrupted. Before you are getting disrupted, you can disrupt your market, your industry, and so forth. Therefore, you should be knowing what is the trend that is happening in the marketplace. Now, for example, like you're running a business in Saudi Arabia. However, if there is a change in the climate, in the economic climate in the United States, you should be able to identify that and you should be able to change the business based on what is happening internationally. So you should be able to forecast things and you should be able to visualize things. That is the job of an entrepreneur. The job of an entrepreneur is not to work in the business. The job of an entrepreneur is to work on the business. I'll repeat that once again. The job of an entrepreneur is not to work in the business, rather than that to work on the business. That is called a true entrepreneur. That's called a true business leader. You with me?
Yeah.
So that is one quality you need to have. If you don't have any other quality, this is one quality you need to have. Build a team. That is the best quality that you need to have. Build a team and bring them to a level where they can run the business while you are on the business, seeing where can I take the business forward. You should be like a captain of a ship. Okay, you should be like a captain of a ship. You should be like a captain like Sajjad. You should be there in the cockpit. Not in the cabin. You should not be in the cabin with the passengers. You should be in the cockpit or the flight deck of an aircraft. You should be knowing what is the weather condition. Okay, you should be having the logbook with you. Okay, we call the logbook, or we call the NOTOC, NOTCOK. See, NOTOC is notification to the captain. You should be knowing what is going to happen in front of the plane before you land somewhere. So that is the person you should be when you are in your business. Okay, so build a team. Be a leader and see what's happening in the world, and you have to maneuver your business based on that.
Okay.
Got it?
Yeah.
Thank you. Let's go
Then
to
what
the
are
next.
the things, how can I improve an entrepreneur quality?
There are a lot of areas. There are a lot of areas where you can improve. The first one, as I mentioned, leadership quality. That's number one, no doubt about it. When I say leadership quality, there are 5 different levels of leadership. Okay, so you have to come to that particular level. Okay, like position leadership, and the second one is called what you call building of relationship. Okay, that is called the permission leadership, and then comes the promotion leadership, and then comes you got the pinnacle, the people development, level 5 leadership, and all those things. There are different types of leadership which you can come through. So the first quality that you have to build is a leadership. Now why did I say leadership? A leader is a person who has got followers. Am I right? Yeah. A leader is a person who has got followers. If you don't have followers, you're not a leader. Do you agree? How many of you agree to that? Say crystal clear. CC, say crystal clear. So you need to have followers. Now, if you don't have a follower, you're not a leader. Now, your job as a leader, as a level 5 leader, is not to just create followers. You create them as leaders. You create your team. You build leaders in your team. Not followers. You need to have followers because everyone should be a follower once and then they become leaders. You're with me? You are also a follower of somebody, am I right? You are a follower right now because everyone is a follower in one way or other. Everyone is a follower, but that doesn't mean that you're a follower always. You're a follower in one area. At the same time, you could be a leader in some other area. So you need to have followers in order to become a leader, and then you develop them into leaders. That is your first job. That's your first quality. That is leadership quality. Once you have the leadership quality, there are many other qualities which comes within leadership, like the law of influence, or the law of communicating and adding values, and all those magnetical leadership and all those things. So there are a lot of things which comes under the bracket of leadership. So the first and foremost quality that you have to develop as an entrepreneur, as a business leader, is the leadership quality. And that's why all my programs now, those who know that I'm going to come up with a program on the 1st of August. It's called, I'll just share that. Let me see whether I got that. Just a moment. That's a pro. Can you see that, all of you? Yes, this is called the Business Mastery Workshop, which is going to start on the 1st of August. This is a 4-week program. Every week you'll have one session, live session with me. I'll be clearing all the doubts. And then I'll be taking you for 10 weeks challenge. There's a 10-week challenge. This is only for entrepreneurs who are running business, not for those who are not running business. You must be an entrepreneur because you are applying the technique that I spoke right now with you. You'll be applying that in your business. The actual fee for this week was 14,999, but we have reduced the fee today to 9,999. Those who are interested can just talk to Shamira and get your name registered. We already got a good number of attendees, but if you want, you can just talk to them. I'm not selling anything here, but if you are interested, you must be an entrepreneur for sure. This is not for trainers, coaches. This is not for anyone who is dreaming to become an entrepreneur. It's not for you. It is for those people who are currently running business, whether small business, big business, corporate, or whatever it is. You can come and join. And the fee we have reduced it today just because we had a discussion and we said let's reduce the fee. And those who are paid 14,999, we are saying we are going to give it back because we want you to be here for just 9,919. You can speak to Shamira if anybody is interested. You should be an entrepreneur. Did I answer your question?
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you very much. Let's go to the next caller, please.
Hello, sir, Siddiq.
Who's that? Okay, Siddiq. Okay, Siddiq, where are you calling from? Where are you calling from?
I'm from.
Where are you calling from, Siddiq?
Siddiq. Yeah, Siddiq. You know.
Where are you calling from? Where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Jeddah.
Jeddah. Okay. Good. What's your question?
What is the difference between CEO and MD, Managing Director?
See, that is a title. That's just a title. Now, let me ask you, what's the difference between a principal and head teacher? You tell me, Siddiq. Tell me what is the difference between a head teacher and his principal?
Yes, principal is head of the teachers.
Mm-hmm. And what about a principal?
Principal.
Yeah. Who is a principal? What's the difference between a principal and
I know.
Yeah, and and a head teacher?
Teacher is leading by students. Principal is leading by teachers.
Okay, thank you very much. In fact, both are same. Because when I used to study in the school, the head of the school was called as principal because I come from Kendriya Vidyalaya, or what you call as KV. So we used to call our principal as principal. At the same time, when I came and joined another school, which was a Malayalam medium school, and we used to call the same principal as a head teacher, headmaster or head teacher. It's just the title. You're with me, Siddiq? It's only the title that you give. So MD is a title, CEO is a title. Now, to break it down a little more, MD in most of the cases would be the founder. Okay, you're with me? Or we call it the GMD, the group MD is managing director, group managing director, or chief managing director. There's all the same names. You can call yourself as MD. You can call yourself as group MD. If you're different companies, if you've got, you can call yourself as group MD. And the CEO could be someone you are appointing. You're with me? A CEO is someone that you're appointing, meaning a CEO could be an employee. Okay.
Yes, employee. Okay.
Yeah, a CEO can be an employee. At the same time, the CEO can also be the one who is a founder. So for example, the name of my company is, say, Ledge International. Okay. I call myself as the CEO. Okay, CEO of this company. Now, I can also call myself as the MD of this company, and I can appoint Siddiq as the CEO. You got me?
I understand.
Okay. Now, what happens? Siddiq would be, that means you would be the one to run the business. You would be the one to run the business because you are the CEO. You are the C-suites. I want everyone to type down this C-suite. C-suite is those people who fall in the C circle. That means it could be the chief finance officers, chief commercial officer, chief business officer, chief whatever it is. Okay, so a chief is one who could either be the owner of the company or the organization, or it could be an employee appointed by the owner of the company. It's just a title. So don't get bogged down with that. Okay, you can either call yourself as an MD, or you can also call yourself as the CEO. It's the same. Nobody's going to question you.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
You're most welcome.
Hello, sir.
Hello. Who is this and where are you calling from?
I'm Hadi Muhammad from Malappuram.
Hadi, yes. Hadi, what's your question?
My question is, how can we influence others? Suppose if we are working in a committee or any group, how can we make a positive impact on our co-workers or co-members?
Okay, the power of influence, okay, there are many powers. First of all, we all have to understand that there are different powers. And the most powerful power in the world, what is that? I want everyone to go and type. What is the most powerful power in the world? Just go and type. The most powerful power in the world. Just go and type. Go and type in the chat box, please. What is the most powerful power in the world? Love, okay, love, mind, okay, what else? Sheila said, okay, I want some more answers. Love, mind, influence. Munir, Amir, thank you, Munir, for being there, okay. Idea, Sheza said idea, okay. I want some more, I'll take two more. Come on, go ahead, go ahead. Time, influence, okay, good, thank you very much. Empathy, okay. The most powerful power which can overpower any other power. Once again, I repeat, the most powerful power which can overpower any other power. I'm going to prove you that, okay? Once again, I repeat, the most powerful power that can overpower any other power is the power of influence. No doubt. No doubt at all. I'll tell you how. And I just explained this yesterday in one of my training programs. So I'll repeat that once again today with all of you. Let's say there is a husband and a wife. Okay, I want everyone to look at this. A husband and a wife. They are very rich. They have everything that they want. Everything that they want. That means they have got the power of money. I want everyone to go and write the power of money, POM. They have got the power of money. They can do anything. And this person has also got, whether it is a wife or the husband, let's put it that way. I don't want to be judgmental. The husband or the wife has got the power to influence people with the money, everything. Now, and I said that they are very rich. And maybe he and she are in a higher position in the society. Let's say they got a big title in the organization and everybody knows them. Maybe it's in politics or whatever it is. They're very, very well known, wealthy with big bungalows and everything. Even maybe they have got aeroplane of their own. Such a rich people who can influence everyone with money. Now I'm going to introduce, so these are two people. Now I'm going to introduce a third person. This person has no money with him. This person does not have any sort of background. Maybe he's also not educated like these two people. He does not have any sort of friends or anything. And one fine day, I want everyone to focus here. One fine day, one of this persons here, okay, either it is the husband or the wife, one person leaves the other person, goes with this person. This person does not have money. This person has no what you call education, qualification. Nobody knows him. One person among these two went to this person and started staying together. How many of you got it? Just say got it. I don't want to explain more because there are kids here in this session right now. How many of you got it? Say I got it. That is called the power of influence. That's called the power of influence, because this person did not have the money, the status, and nothing, but he was having the influence to influence one of this person, so that this person left the other person and came to this person. So please to understand that the power of influence is the most powerful power than any other power in this world. Why there are conflicts between, if there is a conflict, how can there's somebody who goes and neutralize the conflict? Because of the influence. Why do somebody, if there's a fight between two countries, why does the third country go and talk? Power of influence. It's not the power of money. The country which is going and talking on behalf of these two countries may not be that rich country. However, that country and the leader has got the power of influence. So who's going to be successful in your organization? Only the person who has got influence will be successful. If you want to be successful as a leader, you should be having the influence, because that is called the law number 2. If you look as a leader, there are 21 laws, and the second law is called the law of influence. If you can't influence anybody, then you're not a leader. Only if you can influence people, you'll have followers behind you. And only when you have got followers, you can train them and teach them and coach them to become a leader tomorrow. Am I right? So if you want to lead one person, you have to influence one person. If you want to lead millions of people, you must be able to influence millions of people. Did I answer your question, Hadi?
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
So you should be an influencer, because influence. Now, for example, if I want to measure my height, I need to have a tape. Am I right? If I want to measure my height, I need to have a tape, and it will tell that I'm 6 feet 2 inches. If I want to measure the voltage of this light, which is on my side, I have to go and look at the voltage of it. If I want to run, I have to look for the kilometer. Am I right? So I can say that I ran or I jogged for 10 kilometers. Similarly, if you want to know that you're a good leader, the measuring tool, I want everyone to go and type, the measuring tool to measure your leadership is called influence. The measuring tool to measure your leadership is your influence. Nothing else. So that's a tool. Hadi, did I answer you?
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
You're most welcome. Let's go to the next question, please. And we have got exactly 29 minutes more. So next question, please.
Hi, Sensei. I'm Jazim here.
Hi, Jazim. How are you doing? From UAE, am I right?
Yes. How are you doing?
Good. I'm absolutely fine. Thank you.
Good. Sensei, my question is, one of your session, I heard you mention about the different types of action takers.
Mm-hmm.
So like a fast action taker, massive action taker.
Mm-hmm.
So just wanted to know more about it. Like just wanted to identify which type I'm in and where I need to reach.
Okay.
So can you?
Yeah. So I normally, and on most of my my teams, they know about it. It's called the MAT, the FAT, and the CAT. MAT stands for Massive Action Taker. I want everyone to go and type. If you're new to this, I want everyone to go and type. It's called MAT. MAT stands for Massive Action Taker. The second one is FAT, Fast Action Taker. And the third one is CAT, which is called Continuous Action Taker. And is this important? All the three are important. All the three are important. Let me give you an example of Massive Action Taker. Let's say now the Olympics is going on. So here you've got one competitor against other competitor. The first competitor, he's taking massive action for the last 1 year. Do you agree to that, Jasim?
Yes,
He's not sleeping. He is controlling his diet. He's making sure that he does not put on weight. He makes sure that he wakes up in the morning. He does everything while his friends, his colleagues, his parents, and everyone are sleeping. He would be someone who is taking massive action. That's called massive action. That means not like a normal mediocre, is about that. Did you get that? So that is massive action. Okay. The number two is let's talk about the FAT, fast action taker. A fast action taker is someone who takes decision very fast. Okay. Now, when I say decision very fast, it does not mean that he's not doing doing his risk, analyzing his risk. He has to do that, but he has to be very fast. He should not be. There are people, what we call as analyze and paralyze. They'll say, let me think about it. Let me plan. By then you might have done. The other person might have done. You got me?
Yes.
So you have to analyze, but you should not be spending more time on analyzing things, but because if you analyze more, it's going to paralyze you. So a fast action taker is someone who knows what is happening and take decisions fast. I'm a fast action taker, very fast action taker. No doubt about it. And I take decisions very fast. I don't ask anybody for the decisions. If I think that this is a good for not only for me, for the other people, I take decisions very fast. Number 3, continuous action taker. A continuous action taker is somebody who goes to the gym every single day. You got me? Now, I know that you are into health and fitness as well. Am I right? That's your passion.
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Now, just imagine that you are having a healthy food one day, and the next day onwards, you are taking all high protein, high fat food. And after 1 month, you say, okay, let me go back to my diet. You take your healthy food one day, it's not going to work. Similarly, if you go and hit the gym one day in a month, it's not going to work, because there is something called consistent. There should be consistency. Am I right? If there is no consistency, they are not going to reach. So these three things are the pillar. This is the main foundation if you want to be successful in life. Number one, you have to be a massive action taker. You should not be like a mediocre. Number two, you must be a fast action taker, meaning you have to take decisions very fast and move forward. And number three, you have to be a continuous action taker. That means you should not be like doing one and then stopping. There should be a consistency in whatever you do. Did I answer your question?
Yes, yes, very much. Very clear, Sensei. Thank you so much.
You're most welcome. Let's move on to the next one. We have got 25 minutes more. Please go ahead. Any questions? Please go ahead. You've got only 25 minutes more. Make the best use of it.
Hi, Sensei.
Hello.
Sensei, this is Madhu from Thrissur.
Hi, Madhu. How are you doing?
I'm fine. What about you?
I'm good. I'm good. I'm looking forward. You are there for the BMW program, am I right?
Yes, yes, yes. I am also enrolled for the BMW program.
Good. What's your question?
Yeah, okay. This is regarding business.
Okay.
So how to increase the sales of the business?
How to improve the sales of the business? The most important thing is before sales, there's something which comes the product, am I right?
Yes.
Okay. And before the product, now, if I put that, and I'm going to talk about this for sure in week number 2 with the training program with you. Now, so before the sales comes the product. Before the product, there's something. Could you tell me what comes before the product? This is something, Madhu, if you make one single mistake here in the sequence, you will not get sales, you will not get profit. Again, I repeat, any business people here, any business owner, business leader, entrepreneurs, Madhu asked me from sales. So I'm just talking something before sales, okay? First comes sales. Now, before sales, you need to have a product. Now, my question is, what is that you need to have before product?
People.
That's absolutely correct. What is that before that?
Should have a vision.
Okay. Okay, what else?
Core values.
Okay, what else? Vision, you said core values, okay.
That's all I know.
So let's make it very simple. Your core values, your vision, your mission, and your purpose. Okay, I repeat that once again. Your core value, your mission, your vision, your purpose it's a foundation of your business. It's a foundation of your business, but this will not guarantee you profit or sales. You're with me?
Yeah.
This will not guarantee you profit or sales, because to get profit, you need to have sales, and to have sales, you need to have a product. And before the product, you need to have people. People, when I say people, what do you mean by people?
You need the right people.
The right people in your right team. Am I right?
Yes.
Okay, so you need to have the right people, and before people, you need to have prospect. The right prospect. The right prospect are the people who fall in the particular bracket. Now, when I say prospect, they are not the people in your team or the people in your organization. These are people who are going to buy your product.
Customers.
Exactly correct. And the very first thing that you need to have is called, anyone who can tell me what is the first thing that you need to have? Anyone, just go and type. Anyone, what is the first thing that you need to have? To make profit, what is the first thing that you need to have? Go ahead and type. Any entrepreneur, business leaders, go and type. What's the very first thing that you need to have? Go and type.
It should be solving a problem of the customer.
That's exactly correct. The first thing that you need to have is a problem. I want everyone to go and type problem. The first thing that you need to have is a problem. And this is a sequence. You can't change the sequence. Any trainer, any facilitator from the business perspective would teach this, because you can't change or you can't deviate from this one. Because the very first thing that you need to have a problem. The second one is prospect. The third one is the people. Then comes the product. And only after that comes the pricing and the profit and all that comes after that. You're with me?
Yeah.
So to answer your question, to improve your sales, make sure that your product is right, make sure that your team is right, make sure that you have the right team for the right job with the right purpose, then make sure that your prospect is right, and make sure that you are really addressing and adding value to the problem in the marketplace. Only then sales will happen, and only then your profit will happen. Got me?
Yeah, right. I understand.
Thank you very much. Did I answer
Thank
your
you
question?
Yes,
I'm going to talk about this. This would be on week number 2. Okay, Madhu, this is something that I'm going to talk on week number 2.
Yeah, I'm very excited to
Thank you.
listen to that.
Thank you.
And see, the problem means that is the pain in the market, right?
The pain in the marketplace. That's a problem. Pain in the marketplace. You can call it pain, or you can call it problem. Both are correct. I like to call it as pain. I like that one. I like to call it as a pain in the marketplace.
Yes.
Because I don't like the word problem. You know that.
That's why I wrote this one, pain.
Yeah. Okay, next, please.
Good evening, Sensei.
Good evening. Hi, Rajini.
I'm
Rajini.
Rajini from Calicut.
Hi, Rajini. How are you doing?
Good, sir.
Good. There's a background noise coming in. Is it from Arshad? Arshad, I'm just going to mute you. Arshad, could you just mute yourself? I'm not able to mute you. Okay. Right. Yes, Rajini, go ahead with your question, please.
You wonderfully mentioned about the importance of the word influence here.
Yeah.
So I believe in me as an influencer, and I have some little bit experience to influence the people. But as you mentioned earlier, I don't have such a background, and I don't have such a knowledge about the world and all. But I need to develop more, and because I feel happy whenever I can influence the people in front of me. So what is the action should I take?
Very simple. Thank you very much, Rajini. Very one thing let's understand: to influence people, you don't require a title. You don't require a title. You don't require education. You don't require money. You don't require anything. A person who wants to influence is all about adding value in others' life. That's influence. Nothing else. Nothing more, nothing less. Now, that is exactly what John Maxwell says. Leadership is influence, nothing more, nothing less. Now, how can you influence? Only by adding value. Okay, if now, for example, you're here, am I right? There are 41 people. I believe when we started, there were 41. Even now, there are 41 people here sitting and watching me. What is this? Because I'm not talking about anything about me. Do you agree, Rajini? And you're not here to see how handsome I am. You're not that for that. You're not here to see what is my qualification, education. You're here so that I can add value. Is it correct?
Yes, yes.
So the day you start getting out, influences are getting out. Influence is getting out of your ego. All that ego, like ego of education, ego of certification, ego of who you are. Get rid of all those ego. And if you go to the level of helping other people with whatever you have. Okay. Now, for me, I help people with my knowledge and my time. That's why I'm here. Otherwise, I would not be here. So you ask yourself, Rajini, what is that you can add value in people's life and be 100% transparent. If you're 100% transparent in helping people, adding value in people's life, automatically you're an influencer. Nothing. You don't have to learn anything about influence, because every individual who is sitting here and watching me, you all are leaders. Understand? That's why we call everyone as leaders. You all are leaders and you all are influencers. The only thing is that you have to find some time to add value in people's life. Automatically, you will be able to create your own community. You'll be able to create your own ecosystem. You'll be able to create your own tribe. And that's how leadership starts growing. You're with me, Rajini?
Yes, sir. Yes, yes.
Did I answer your question?
How can I develop my this leadership skill?
The best thing is to start influencing people by adding value to people's life. So ask yourself, what is your potential? Rajni, you ask yourself, what is your potential? Now, how to identify your potential? You said that people come to you and you're very happy in doing that. Am I right? You said that.
Yes.
Okay, so ask yourself, what type of people come to you? Is it school students? Is it youth? Is it teenagers? Is it mothers? Is it parents? It is who are coming to you. Identify that. Then you identify what problem they're coming to you. What are the pain they're coming with you? And you become a master in giving answers in that particular pain.
Yes.
Okay, just like what I mentioned to Madhu right now. So identify what is the pain that they are coming to you, and what is your audience, what age group they are, what language they speak, what religion they come from, what type. There are a lot of things that you can see. What is their purchasing power? There are a lot of things when we look for the clientele. So you ask yourself, what are the big questions that you can ask? Put them in that sort of brackets, and then you start adding value to them. Automatically, you will become a leader.
Okay, sir. Thank you. Thank you so much.
You're most welcome. It's very easy. It's
Yeah,
very
sir.
easy. It's very easy to become a leader. Let me tell you.
Okay, sir. Okay. Thank you.
You're most welcome. Let's go to the next caller, please. You've got 15 minutes more sharp. Have I got my time manager here?
Yes, Sensei.
Thank you very much. Stop me at 9 o'clock, okay?
Okay, Sensei.
Okay, next caller, please. Go ahead, anyone.
Shahzad here once more.
Okay, Shahzad.
This is a question connected with the question which asked by, or the answer which you gave to Mr. Arshad, I think.
Arshad, okay, what was it? What was the question?
Something about the certificate.
Okay.
Or the certification.
Yeah.
You said you said something about the certification, that certification will not give the knowledge or something like that, right?
Yeah.
Or it does not represent your knowledge.
Yeah.
But now I'm talking about the system in India. I'm a person who used to go to the colleges in the sense, maybe for the not only for the graduation people, maybe for the post-graduation people also. I used to take classes. But now I'm having a bottleneck actually, that my qualification is just a graduation, just a graduation. With that graduation, as per the system of India, we are not supposed to take classes for even the graduate people. How can I deal with that?
Okay.
As an aviation edupreneur, I can go. I know that. That's how I'm going right now. I'm just giving my or sharing my knowledge. But how can I come into that system now?
Okay, great. Very good question. Let me ask a question back to anybody here in this group who is a postgraduate like MA, MSc and all those things. Just type your name, please. Anybody who's a postgraduate? Just go and type your what degree you have. Just go and type. Rajni says yes. Munir says yes. Shiny says yes. Sheila says yes. Munir, I got Anish says MSWC, all of this. Okay, Asha says yes. Now, thank you very much. Thanks a lot for sharing that. Shahzad, you're there, Shahzad?
Yes.
Keep yourself unmuted. Do understand that this all are postgraduates. We have got doctors, we have got medical college doctors, head of departments, and all those in this group. Do understand that Farookh Sensei is not a postgraduate. Did you get me?
Okay.
Why?
Okay.
Very, very simple, and I'm transparent, and I'm not shy to say that. Okay, I'm not shy to say that. I got my doctorate in aviation, and I just used that for 2 years, and I just kept it back because I felt that that is not me, and I don't use the word Dr. Farookh Sensei. I don't like that because I'm not a postgraduate. Now, is that stopping me? Is that stopping me? I take classes for university principals. You're with me? I take classes for university principals in Kerala. You take Kerala, there are different universities and there are principals and for the educational department heads, for the directors of education. Why should they call me? Are they asking me, Farookh Sensei, what is your CV and what is your education qualification? No. The first thing that you need to understand, Shahzad, is to get rid of all those bottleneck, which is called the limiting beliefs, and that is called fixed mindset. I want everyone to go and type fixed mindset. And that was one of the questions Anish asked me. Is Anish here still? That is one of the questions Anish asked me, and this is called the fixed mindset. Why? Because this is stopping you from saying that, can I go and conduct this training program in a university or a college? Throw it out. Because you need to see yourself as a successful person in one industry which the other people are not. When I go and teach principals of universities, I know that they are more qualified than me, more experienced than me in their particular area. I respect that, but I can guarantee that they do not know what I know.
That's true.
Similarly, when students of more than your capability who are sitting there and listening to you, you should also identify that there is something that you know that they don't know.
That's true.
So the certificate should never be a bottleneck. Certificate should not be a bottleneck, and you should be proud to say that, standing in front of people saying that I'm just a graduate and I'm happy that I'm here to conduct a training program for the postgraduates. Be happy, make fun of yourself. I'm making fun of myself. You got me? I'm making fun of myself, because once you start making fun of yourself, there is no barrier. When you start hiding that, oh my goodness, if all the other people know that you're not a postgraduate, I'm not interested in post-graduation because I train people who are MBA graduates from the UK. I train them, I coach them, and I do interview for them. So my question is, why should I have that? Because I believe that I know what I need to know based on the pain in the marketplace, not on the academic books. You're with me? Okay. Yes. So a certification is just an entry document if you want to work for somebody else. Other than that, nothing. It's what you need to have is called result. I want everyone to go and type result. You must produce result, not certification. If you can produce result either in the conversation that you're having with someone, or a coaching, or you're doing something, whether you're an engineer or a doctor, you must be able to produce results, and people pay you for the results that you produce, not the certificate that you hold. Once again, repeat, people, organizations, and companies pay you for the results that you produce and not the certification that you hold. Did I answer your question?
I got it. Now I got something else, because I had to change the way I'm approaching them. Because in India, when I'm approaching, the people are asking me to send my CVs or something like that. I mean, so when I'm sending it, they're just saying that, yeah, I'm just a graduate. So it's they're just rejecting at the same time.
Okay, now who are these people? Let me just stop you there. Who are these people who are asking you for your CV?
If I'm going to colleges, that principal level, all those people, they are asking me.
No. Let me reframe the question. Now, this is Shahzad, and you're going to this college. Okay, they called you to come and do a presentation. Is that right?
No. Then, in this, I'm approaching them to implement something which is related with aviation, which that college does not have.
Okay.
So at that time, the people are asking me. I don't know whether it's my mistake that they're asking. I'm approaching the wrong person.
It's your wrong thought, because you are going to teach them about aviation, am I right?
Correct.
You're going to teach about aviation, and they have to look whether you are qualified in that particular area. And since you are a pilot by yourself, by profession, that is more than enough.
That's how I'm approaching them. But
so,
still,
I
think that people are wrong then. In that case,
don't go to them.
Okay, I got it.
Very simple. Don't go to them, and don't think about them. Don't think about them. See, one thing, Shahzad, you knock 100 doors, 99 doors should be shut on your face. And don't go to them again. Go to the one door that is open for you. And you focus on that one door.
Thank you, Sensei. I got this. This is a valid point for me. 99 doors will be closed.
It will be closed. Many doors are being closed on me, because if you look at my life, there's only failure and failure and failure. Okay, so don't look at those things. Don't ponder or don't dwell on your failures. Okay, don't dwell on that. It's always nice to fail, but do not become a failure. Once again, repeat, it's always nice to fail, but do not become a failure. A failure is someone who does not take action. Failing is good, because failing is the best teacher. Okay, mistakes are the best teacher, but do not become a failure. If you become a failure, that means you're not waking up again and you're asking yourself, my goodness, if I go to the next caller or if I go to the next door, they're going to shut the door in front of me. No, do not become a failure, but fail. That's fine. Failing is good. It'll make you strong.
I do agree with that. Thank you so much, Sensei, for that.
You're most welcome. Let's go to the next caller. You've got 6 minutes more.
Sensei, good evening. This is Jose Thomas from Saudi Arabia, Al Khobar.
Hey, Jose, how are you doing?
Fine, great.
And you're
Yes,
also you're also there for the BMW, am I right?
Exactly.
Okay, looking forward?
Yeah, yes, of course. Sure.
Thank you.
What's your question? I want to know how we can remove the limit.
Remove what? I didn't get you. What does that? Remove what? Can anyone help me?
I believe limiting belief.
Is it limiting belief?
He lost the connection.
Okay. Jose, are you still there? Oh, he's gone.
He connected again.
Is it connected?
Yes.
Okay. Yes, please repeat the question because I didn't get through your question.
My question is basically how I can change my limiting belief.
Okay. And could you tell me where do you have your limiting beliefs? Which area do you have your limiting beliefs?
Basically in the business.
Okay.
Sometimes I'm thinking I can do only 10 crore business. But I want to increase that limit to, like 100 crores or 1 billion. How I can change that, my mindset?
The best thing and the best solution. Now, what is the number that you can see you're doing right now? What is the number you're seeing? The business that you're doing, is it 10 crore business you're doing right now?
I am doing around 5 crore business.
Okay.
And of course.
And what is the number that you can see? What is the number you can see right now?
I can see a business of around 25 to 30.
You can see 25 to 30. So that, don't you think that itself is not a limiting belief?
Yes, I think so. How I can change that mindset?
Okay, see, very simple, because you are right now in 5 crore business, am I right?
Yeah, right.
The 200% itself is going to be 10 crore. Is that correct? Yes. So if you look at this 25 to it's 10 times or 5 times or X than what you are right now doing. Is that correct?
Right.
So that means it's not a limiting belief. You are on the right side. Okay, you're on the right side. So don't put it, don't call it as a limiting belief. Yes, you might reach to 100 crore and 200 crores and so forth at a later stage, but don't look at that now while you are at 5.
Okay, I understand.
Okay, because it has to be, when you say it has to be smart, a smart goal, it has to be, smart for sure, because you are in Al Khobar, SMART stands for specific, M stands for measurable, and it has to be attainable.
Yeah, right.
Okay, so attainable meaning that means you must be having the capacity and capability right now, because based on the capacity and capability that you have right now, maybe 5 crore is easy for you. To stretch it to 25, it takes some sort of maybe resources, additional partners, maybe additional capital investment, front investment, and all those things. So that means you are getting from a 5 crore business to a 25 crore business. Now, when you are at the 5 crore business, and if you want to stretch it into 100 crore business, you are killing yourself.
Correct.
You can dream about it. That this is the first one to 25 to 30 crore is called the stretch. You're stretching yourself, that is fine. If you go beyond that, what you're seeing right now, 30 crore or 25 crore, that means you're breaking yourself. It's just like a rubber band.
Correct.
Okay, so it's not a limiting belief. First, kill that. Okay, first kill that thought that it's not a limiting belief, because you're on the right track. From 5 to 25 is absolutely fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. Go with it. And you say that I am on the right track. Okay.
Thank you. Can I ask you one more question?
Yes, please. You've got only 1 minute. This would be the last question. Okay, go ahead, please.
Okay. This is regarding my son. My son completed basically the engineering. It is possible to send him to US for an MBA or in Indian University for an MBA.
Okay. This question is very good. Okay. Joe Thomas, the question is very good, but the person who asked the question is wrong.
Okay, I understand.
Meaning,
okay.
It is your son who should be coming here and asking this question. Because what you see and what you see, the goodness and what the response that you give me would be different from your son. So anytime when a father calls me and tells that I want my son to do that and this, but he's not doing that and this, he wants to do this and that, I'll tell, okay, stop, ask your son to call me.
Okay,
because if I'm talking to your son, let me tell you, Josh, your son would say that I'm not interested in MBA. My papa is asking me to do MBA.
I understand.
Okay, so never compel your kids to do what you feel is good to do. Ask them to have a coaching session with someone. Yes, this is my last one. I'll stop with this one. Yes, 9 o'clock. So you have the best thing that you can do is take your son. And there are coaches here like Anish is there, Shamira is there, a lot of coaches, even this young, leader. Hena is a coach, okay? Hena Razak is one of our youngest coach. You can just have a coaching session with someone and they will help your son to identify what exactly he wants. Otherwise, I'll tell you why. I don't take anything personal, okay? I'm also a parent, okay? Don't take anything personal, Jose, okay? I'll tell you why, because I know people who have been working in organizations for many years, and after that they left the organization because it was not connecting with their passion.
Exactly.
Okay. Now you are in Alcobar because you're doing something which either you like it, or there could be something else which is attracting you. That could be the money matter and all those things. Am I right? There could be two things. Either it is your passion to work in that particular industry, or it could be the money matter which is attracting you towards that. So it's not necessary that even our kids could be the same. Our kids are different from us. The generation has changed. Therefore, we have to give them importance. Give them importance and ask them, what is it you want to be? Okay. Do you want to take MBA or do you want to take something else? Even don't ask that question. Even you should not be asking that question. One of my daughters is an MBA graduate and she is a cake expert. She has done her cake crafting, US based and UK based. My second daughter is a doctor. Now, both the cases, I didn't ask them what to do. I never asked them what to do. I asked them what you want to become.
Yes, exactly.
I'm a public speaker. I'm a coach. Both the daughters are not public speaker. Both of them are not a coach. I'm a martial artist. Both of my daughters are not martial artists. Why? Because I didn't influence them the way that I want to do, but I gave them the freedom. I asked them what to do. And even now, my elder daughter got married. She gave conditions that this is the type of person that I want. Not too rich, not too busy. She gave me the condition. And I selected the best of the best that she wants. Not that I want a rich guy. I want someone who has got XYZ property and someone who is very busy like me. No, she said, Papa, I want a husband. You're with me, Jose? She said that I want a husband. And she gave me the condition, and her condition was very simple. And it was hard for me to get somebody like that, I'll tell you. It was hard. Okay. Now, my second daughter, I'm looking proposal for her. And she gave me a very clear condition. Papa, this is the type of person that I want. So anything that is not matching with the conditions set by my daughter, I would say no to that. Similarly, as a parent, as a father, what you have to do, and for every parent here, don't take the decision about your kids. Give them the chance to open up to you. So therefore, you should be able to influence their life, be open and transparent so that they can open to you and tell exactly what they want to become. If I look at Hena Razak, who is only a 5th grader, she wants to become a radiologist. Is that correct, Hena? Hena, tell me, you want to become a radiologist, is that right? And a coach? Yes, you got it? Because that's her dream.
Yes.
And her parents are doctors. Her parents are doctors, but her parents did not say that become this or that. That's her dream. So let them achieve that dream. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much. I believe that I was able to add value to your life for the last 90 minutes. If you really like this one, please go to the group and please give me your feedback. I would be more than happy to receive your feedback. I'll open the group for you. If you're not there in the group, just contact Shamira or Anish. Anish and Shamira, just share your number here and they will put you in the group. It's absolutely free to be in the group, and we are here every week to add value. And Thursday we do that in English, and on Saturday we do that in Malayalam as well. So take care of yourself and have a lovely and a blessed and a peaceful evening ahead.
Bye, Sensei. Good night.
Good night.
Thank you, Sensei.
Thank you.
Thank you
Good
very
night.
much. Good night.
Bye, leaders. Good night.
Good night. Good night. Good night.
Good night.
Good night, Sensei.